Hey guys, what's up? It's Carl back with a very quick video on the brand new Apple iPhone battery pack. I wasn't going to create one, but I got a ton of questions on social, so I thought it'd be easier to kind of answer them all in this very quick episode. So of course, Apple just released this $99 battery pack. So depending on where you live, it's around the $100 mark. In Canada, $120. Obviously, that's super expensive. You can grab a $20 one off of Amazon, but I guess what makes this unique, it is MagSafe compatible. So you can slap it onto the back and it will charge your phone wirelessly and of course work with all of your magnets. We'll quickly do an unboxing. I already kind of opened it, but there isn't really anything too much to see inside. You of course just have the battery pack, designed by California in Apple, and user manuals in case that is your nighttime reading jam. So here is the battery pack itself, and as of right now, you can only grab it in white. It is made out of silicone, and it is a hefty little guy. It weighs in right around 115 grams, just around 11 millimeters thick. So if we take my 12 Pro Max as my daily driver, for example, if we slap that guy on, it adds some considerable bulk to it, and I will say that it did come empty out of the box, so I had to initially charge it. And if you actually look around the entire battery pack, it's pretty minimal, typical Apple, so you've of course just got the little Apple logo. Nothing really on the sides or the top. On the bottom, you've got a lightning port to charge and a little LED indicator to let you know when it is charging or when it needs a juice up. And if you take a look at the back, you can see the little magnet area where you're supposed to align it. So once again, slipping onto the back of my 12 Pro Max, that isn't technically aligned. And I will say it has a bit of heft to it, and it doesn't wiggle around as much as some of the other MagSafe accessories, like the MagSafe wallet, but it isn't as sturdy as the actual MagSafe charger itself. But I don't think you can knock this thing off accidentally. And you can see, even though it's slightly off center, I'm still getting a charge on my iPhone. So theoretically, you'd want to have that directly in the middle like this. It does add some serious heft and weight to your iPhone, and I think it looks best on the larger models like the 12 Pro Max. Let me quickly get my other two iPhones. So I've just got the standard iPhone 12 here, locks into place. It gives you a little bit room around the outsides. Once again, it's hard for me to line up, but you get a bit of wiggle room on the sides. And I think the most ridiculous looking, but I guess this would be the most common combo because the 12 mini actually has the smallest battery. It actually slaps right into place and is completely flush with the 12 mini. And from all of the questions on social, the most common one I got was the capacity. And although I'm not doing an official teardown, the most common ones that I saw across the internet were just under 3,000 milliamps. So it isn't really that big of a device. In my first full charge with it, I was around 40% with my 12 Pro Max. I was able to get up to 100% and it still had juice enough to kind of charge up my other devices. It doesn't really have a little indicator to let you know how much juice is left. Most power banks usually have 4 to 5 LED lights to let you know the general vicinity of how much juice you've got left. Unfortunately, this one only has the one, so it's either green if it has juice left or orange if it needs to charge up. It does work with other devices, so I've got my Sony Xperia 1 here, but because most Android phones don't have magnets, it won't lock into place. But you can see I am getting a charge up, but I don't think it will stick as easily. It does also work with other Apple MagSafe accessories, so if you've got a standard MagSafe case, so this one particularly is from Pitaka. It's a little carbon fiber case, and if I slap that on the back, and because it is MagSafe, the case has magnets, and of course so does the battery pack, so this is nice in place. I will say it adds a lot of bulk. I typically rock my phones naked, and this thing I don't think could fit into your pocket. In terms of charging speeds, it's pretty slow, around 5 watts, so if you have the charging pack on your phone and you're using your phone a lot, don't expect your battery life to kind of go up that much. It will kind of just hover around the same amount. When you do have it plugged in via Lightning though, you do get a quicker 15-watt charging speed. The rest of the questions I got from you guys were mostly around general use. So does the battery pack get hot while it's charging? It does. It isn't unwieldy. It's similar to when the phone is charging on MagSafe. Speaking of MagSafe, you can't charge the battery pack with a MagSafe adapter. This is a weird combo. You can only charge it with Lightning at the bottom. You can charge other Apple things or essentially any electronic as long as it has Qi wireless charging. So for example, AirPods, but once again, these aren't magnetic, so they'll kind of slide off. You can't, of course, charge your Apple Watch with this. Whoever asked that. And overall, I don't think it's worth $100. I think a lot of Apple accessories are overpriced in that regard. It is convenient, it's easy. I will say though, the MagSafe charger right now is around $40, and if I had to choose between the two, I would spend the extra money, get the battery pack, because they almost do the same thing. So say at night you want to charge up your device, instead of sticking it on MagSafe, you could stick it on the battery pack, your device starts charging up, and if you want, at the end of the day or in the morning when you're leaving, you can choose to disconnect the cable, carry this around as a standalone. You'll just get some extra versatility. And if you are someone that uses your iPhone all the time for, say, vlogging, I know a lot of people that use the lightning jack for an external microphone. You can't really have this combo if you have a standard battery pack that would normally use your one slot or your one port. Other than that, I'd still recommend getting a $20 one on Amazon. You could probably get a 10,000 milliamp one for the same price or even cheaper. It is convenient, I won't lie. It's easy, it's very Apple-esque, but with all things Apple-esque, you pay the Apple price, $100 for a battery pack. Anyways, curious to hear your guys' thoughts. I wish they came in a couple different colorways. Maybe if it was orange, I'd be swayed more in the right direction. But let me know if you're picking a battery pack up. Whoever thought I'd make a video on a battery pack, but here we are. I will catch the rest of you in one of my next vids. Peace!